Welcome back to a beautiful Matzah Shabbos, where we have 38 Zoomers joining us, and that's without Shalom Fogel, that's without Baruch Ian, which would be right away 40, and we're missing some other people as well. Aaron Swade would be 41. So, Marshall, there's a lot of easy work to do to get your bourbon. You just got to work on it a little bit. I see the internet connection is a little unstable. Okay, how are we now? How are we now, Rabbi Isai?
It's out again.
What?
The most difficult thing would be an Ethernet cable plugged into the router.
Yeah, that probably would be a good idea. The only thing is that tomorrow is the last night to Mitzvah Hashem. Monday we're back to 8 o'clock. Monday back to 8 o'clock start time. So this that I stretched the Olam's patience and everything is coming to a close. Be'ezus Hashem. Okay. Welcome as we continue on Daf Ayin Daled Amud Aleph. So Abaya has a different shot. Why, if you violate a sister, why you would have to pay? We said that you're allowed to kill the person, so then he should be putter because of Kam Leber Rabbanei. Abaya Amar B'Yochel Lahatzel Be'echad Meivarav, where they could stop him from sleeping with her by shooting him in the foot. And where you could shoot him in the foot, then you're not allowed to kill him. Rabbi Yonis ben Shali, the Tanya Rabbi Yonis ben Shali, I'm a Raidev, Sheyuraydev Acher Chaver Loch Argai. If Chatzkel is running to kill Shmuel, V'Yochel Atzila Be'echad Meivarv, and Mark, who is a sharpshooter, could kill him by shooting him in the hip instead of shooting him in the head. V'Loi Hitzel, and he didn't do that. He shot him in the head, then Nergalov. Then we would execute Mark. My time in Rabbi Yonis ben Shol. What's the reason Rabbi Yonis ben Shol? D'chsiv v'chiyanotzu anoshim, when two men are fighting, and instead v'nogfoi isha hara. Instead, if Reuben and Shimon are fighting, and it's a fight to the death, and instead they hit a pregnant woman. V'amar Rabbi Elazar b'matzos shebemisa kasim medaber. It's talking about where Reuven and Shimon were trying to kill each other. If he kills the woman, then he's chayiv misa. Now, if he wasn't trying to kill his friend, then he wouldn't be chayiv for killing the woman because he didn't plan on doing murder. But since he holds nischav and lara gezev or gezev, you intend to kill one person and you kill the other person, you're chayiv. So if he killed her, he would be chayiv. The Torah says, if he didn't kill her, but instead he caused her to miscarry, we make him pay for the miscarriage. Now, wait a second. Why? He was trying to kill someone. At the time that he was trying to kill someone, somebody could have shot him. So then it should become like Ramine, he shouldn't have to pay for the miscarriage. So that if Mark could shoot him, Mark is a sharpshooter, so he could have shot him in the hip and stopped him from killing anybody. Therefore, Mark is not allowed to kill him, and therefore that's why he has to pay for the miscarriage, because it comes like Ramine, that's where you find that he has to pay money for the damages, where he could have shot him in the hip, and therefore he wasn't chayiv misa, and therefore there's no kamle namine. Even if you could shoot him in the leg, you could just kill him. So if he forfeits his life, then he shouldn't have to pay for the miscarriage. So the Gemara says, well, who says? Maybe we hold that since if he would have killed the friend, he would have had to be executed for the friend, and the damage to the woman of her miscarriage is payment to a different person. And maybe we hold that if you're chayiv misa for one person and you have to pay damages to another person, we don't say kam le'ramune. Dil mishani achad the misa lezeh. The misa was for killing, attempting to kill a man. V'tashlumin lezeh, and the payment is to the wife or the wife's husband for the miscarriage. So that's why we don't say kam le'ramune. But that's not true. Loishna, there's no difference. If Chatzkel was going to try to kill Marshall, Vishiber es hakelim, and on the way he broke an expensive vase, Bein shel nirdaf, whether it's Marshall's who he's chasing, or Bein shel kol adam, or whether anybody else, potter. He's potter from paying for the vase, because since he was a murderous rodef, anybody could kill him. My time, mischai ben avshayu. V'nir daf sheshiber as a kelim shel roidev. And if Chatzkel was trying to kill Marshall, and as Marshall is running away, if he breaks Chatzkel's vase, potter, shel kol adam chayiv. But if he breaks Abi's vase, he's chayiv. Shel roidev potter. If he breaks Chatzkel's vase, he's potter, because he's even allowed to kill Chatzkel, so he's definitely not going to be chayiv for paying the vase. The money shouldn't be more than the body. Shel kol adam chayiv. But if he breaks Abi's vase while running away, he's chayiv. Why? Because you can't save yourself with somebody else's money without permission. Shematz alatzmai v'mamon chaveirei. The right of shall you right if acha right of latzilai. And if, let's say, where Mark sees Chatzkel trying to kill Marshall, and he runs after Chatzkel to save Marshall's life, and while Mark is running to get Chatzkel to save Marshall's life, v'shiber es hakelim, he breaks the vase, bein shel roidev, bein shel nirdaf, bein shel kol adam potter. Whether it was Chatzkel's vase, whether it was Marshall's vase, whether it was Abi's vase, he's potter. Now, why? Really, it's not legally accurate. But we want that Mark should have no inhibitions to save Marshall's life. And if he's going to worry, well, if I break things, I'm going to have to pay for it, he's going to say, look, Marshall's not that important. Because if you don't say that, if people won't bother, if they're going to be out of pocket a lot of money, I mean, he's going to have to, in order to save Marshall, he's going to have to shoot through a picture window that's worth $5,000 or $50,000. He's going to say, look, sorry, I'm not spending $50,000. Just that somebody could drink bourbon and eat Franks. I'm just not doing it. Look.
Only if it's the same Isa. It's a different. He's breaking Kalim before he gets to the person.
No, he's in the process of doing the Isa. He's in the process of saving him. If he's not running, he's not going to save him. Now.
No, I'm talking about the road. Okay.
If somebody chases an animal, Tanya, Reb Shimon Yochai, like we learned, if Chatzkel is attempting to worship idolatry, we're allowed to kill him to save him from sinning with idolatry. Mikal v'chayim, and it's a kal v'chayim. Or mapgam hedyet. Just if we're allowed to attack someone in order to save the dignity of the Nar Marasa, to spare the Rabbeinu Shalom from disgrace, like Kol Shechem, says the Gemara, do we give punishment from a Kal V'chaimer? Because yeah, he holds that we give punishment from a Kal V'chaimer. Tanya, we learned in a Braisa, Rabbi Elazar Reb Shimon Omer, Hamachalal es Shabbos. If Chatzkel is trying to desecrate the Shabbos, you're allowed to kill Chatzkel in order to save him from desecrating the Shabbos. Savala kavua de amar ein shemenadin. He holds like his father that we do a kal v'chaymer, and therefore we know that you could save somebody from committing avodah zara. Va'as yeshabes b'chil chilum avodas kechavim, and he knows that you could stop somebody from from being desecrating the Shabbos, magzei v'shava from chilul chilul from avodas kechavim. Amr Rav Yochanan mishum Rav Shimon ben Yoed Tzadik, nimnu v'gamru. They voted and they decided ba'aliyas Beitz Nitzah in the famous attic of Beitz Nitzah, kol aveirus shebetayra, all the sins of the Torah. Im amrum la'adam, if they tell a person avor va'al tarak, just do the sin and don't die, otherwise we'll kill you. Yavor va'al yarak, better do the sin and don't die. Live for another day to perform many more mitzvahs. Except for the big three: idolatry, immorality, and bloodshed. Says Gemara, you don't have you have to die rather than worship avodah zara. How do we know if they tell a person worship idolatry? And don't die, that he should worship and not get killed. These are the mitzvahs of the Torah that you should live by. I might think this is so even if he tells them to worship in public. Don't desecrate my holy name. So the Gemara says, you're right. But inu da'amar k'Rabbi Elazar. They hold like Rabbi Elazar that you have to give up your life even in private. The Tanya Rabbi Elazar Aimer, we say every morning, V'ahavta es Hashem Elokecha, you should love Hashem your God, b'chol levavcha, b'chol nafshecha, b'chol moedecha, with your whole heart, with your all your life, and b'chol moedecha, and with all your money. Im nema b'chol nafshecha, if it says with all your life, lama nema b'chol moedecha, with all your money. V'im nema b'chol moedecha, and if it says all your money, that's more than your life, lama nema b'chol nafshecha. Why does it say with all your life? So he says there's two different types of people. Listen, he's not going to risk his life because they're going to break into his safe. Even though it has his life savings, but his life is worth more. So, you should even give up your life. His money is dearer to him than his life, and he'll risk his life in order to save his money. Now, Rabbi said there's a very big kasha on this. The pasuk says every day we say b'chol nafshecha b'chol moedecha. It seems to be it's building up to a climax, not only your life but even your money. But I would think the average person values his life more than his money. So shouldn't the pasuk say the normal? B'chol moedecha, and even b'chol nafshecha. Why does it say b'chol nafshecha and b'chol moedecha, making it sound that it's normal that the money is the climax? The answer, I believe, is that really the word moedecha doesn't mean money. Moedecha means very much. Now the Gemara just gives one example of money, because there are people that value their money more than their life, and they'll take a risk their life for their money. But b'chol moedecha doesn't only mean money. B'chol moedecha means whatever is very much to you. Now, some people, it means their mind. They'd rather have a mind than live like a vegetable. So their mind is worth more than their life. So they'll do a surgery, they might die, but it'll save their mind. Because their mind, other people, their wife is more valuable. So to them, b'chol moedecha means their wife. Then there's a person that b'chol moedecha means their child. They'll give up their life to save their child. So ma'odecha means everybody has a ma'od. Everybody has a ma'od that's more than nafshecha. But the bottom line over here is it says, V'ahavta es Hashem, you should love Hashem, and as Rashi says, and not switch him for another God. And you should be willing to give up your life from that. That's b'chol nafshecha. So the Gemara says, how do you know this Yarig Val Yavar by immorality and bloodshed? Kid Rebbe, the Tanya Rebbe Yomer, Ki kasher yokem isha re'ehu ritzacha nefesh, just like a man who gets up against his friend and tries to kill him, kein hadavar hazeh. V'chi ma lamadnu mireitzeach, what do I learn out from murder? Me'ata harizeh bo l'lamed, it's coming to teach v'nimtza lamed. Makish reitzeach l'nar amarasa, ma nar amarasa nitein latzila b'nafshay, just like a betrothed maiden. You could kill the assailant to save her. So also, in the case of a rodef, you could kill the assailant to save the one who was going to be killed. Or makish nar marasel reitzeach. Ma reitzeach. Yehoreg val yavar, rather die than kill someone else. That's the din. If the king tells you, kill this person or I'll kill you, you have to die rather than kill the person. Afna marasa tehoreg val taver. Now we'll see that there's a girsa over here, yaroig val yavar, because she might not have to give up her life because she's karka olam. She's passive, like Esther. But the man who sleeps with her, if he's being told to sleep with her, otherwise they'll kill him, he has to give up his life and not transgress. But you're saying that we know by killing that you have to give up your life rather than kill someone. How do you know this? Reitzeach gufei minalan. Svarahu. It's a svara. They had, by the way, these shilas happened very often in the concentration camps, where the Nazi said, finger the person or I'll kill you. And if he fingered the person, they'll kill him. Are you allowed to do that? Right? So the Gemara says you're not allowed to kill someone to save your life. A man came to Rabbah, the governor of the town told me, Zil Katle Lapanya, go and kill so-and-so, and if not, I'll kill you. So am I allowed to kill him? Amalei, so he said, Lik Taluch, you should get killed, V'loi Siktal, you're not allowed to kill someone else. Because mi yemer de dama didach sumach tvei, who says your blood is redder, maybe the other person's blood is redder. So you can't take somebody's life to save your own life. Says the Gemara, the fact that there's only 3 Averis of Yareg Val Yavar, that's only not during a time of Shmad, not during a time of persecution. Even for a light mitzvah, Yareg Val Yavar, you have to be courageous and keep all the mitzvahs, because otherwise they'll succeed in wiping out religiosity. Even if it's not at a time of persecution, the only time that you could do other sins is only in private. But if it's in front of 10 Jews, you're not allowed to sin publicly and cause a desecration of God's name, even the lightest sin. So the Gemara says, what do you mean a light sin? My mitzvah kala. Amar Rav Bar Yitzchak, Amar Rav. Rav Bar Yitzchak says in the name of Rav, as we turn to Ayin Daled Amid Beis, and I don't want you to be disappointed. Such a small daf. I knew people would be very disappointed. Even to change the laces on a shoe. So even if the laces on the shoe are usually by Yid is black and they want you to make it red, you're not allowed to do it. The kama farhesya, What is considered public? Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Amar Rabbi Yaakov, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, ein farhes yapchusim asar b'nei adam. It's not public with less than 10 people.